friends, what's up? Diana back again with another edition of my recent rotation series. Just trying some stuff I heard this week. Quite a wide mix. I'm planning to do a series on ECM next, which I will call, I think, EC Gems. Yeah, I think this will be the next video I do, but for now just some things I recently heard and loved a lot. So, okay, starting off with Eric Dolphy, Out to Lunch. I think I don't have to say that much about it because it's just a masterpiece with Freddie Hubbard, Bobby Hutcherson, Richard Davis and Anthony Williams. And I found this a while ago on a night flea market, and it's a Netherlands press, but it was in a Belgium library, which you can see on the label. And yeah, it was quite dirty, and I got it cleaned finally last week, and now it sounds so much better, and it's really a masterpiece, I would say. The next is quite recent. ECM in movement from Jack DeJohnette, Ravi Coltrane and Matthew Garrison. Yeah, I think this is well known too. Came out this year. Ravi Coltrane is the son of John Coltrane and Matthew Garrison is the son of Jimmy Garrison and he's the bassist. Ravi Coltrane of course plays tenor, soprano and soprano saxophones, and of course Jack DeJohnette plays drums, piano and electric percussion. And I really like this one. It's a fantastic record, and it sometimes even has a quite atmospheric, dark approach, and it has this really haunting sound, and I think it's really a cool record. It's the first ECM I bought that is more recent, because most of my ECMs I have are recorded in the 70s or in the 80s, so that's really cool. And in case you have not heard that album yet and you would like to, there was a free download code included, which I don't need, and so yeah, if you want to listen to it or if you want the download code, just send me a note, and if you are the first, then you're lucky and you will have it. Okay. Staying with jazz, something I picked up yesterday and I'm really happy to finally have it is Max Roach, Reinsists Freedom Now Suit. I was on the lookout for this record for quite a while, and I never came across it. And yesterday I was on the flea market and I just stumbled over this, and first I was confused because it says long unavailable recordings with Coleman Hawkins, Booker Little and Abby Lincoln, and it's a press from 1980, and I was like, okay, why it's this long unavailable? But then I figured out that in America the album was released in 1960 over Candid Records, and this is the second press in 1980 that came out in America, because in the 20 years no press emerged, just from Japan some, I think some Netherlands or so, but not in America, and so this is basically the second US pressing. And yeah, I guess everybody knows this. It's just really awesome, fantastic political jazz with Max Roach on the drums and his then wife Abby Lincoln on the vocals. And yeah, I think just if you don't know it, just listen to Driving Man. It's just really a good piece, and yeah, I was really happy to get this for not even $5, and the record and the sleeve itself is like in near mint condition, so very happy to finally get this. Staying with Max Roach, but not really near mint condition, I found an album called The Long March, Max Roach featuring Archie Chap, which was recorded in Switzerland on a festival, on a jazz festival in 1979, and it came out on Head Records in 1980. This is a Switzerland-based label. it's really, yeah, you can see it here, guys, and it's really cool album, and I would not have thought that it would be so interesting and so much variety in just having Max Roach on the drums and Architect on the piano sax, and it's just highly enjoyable on the whole two records, and just always changes, and I think it's more pre-jazz, and yeah, it's really cool and highly enjoyable. Yeah, the record itself, I never bought a record that at least the sleeve is so in bad shape, because I think it was once underwater or something, and this is pretty rough, but thankfully the records itself are in quite good shape. This is the Head Records label, and I'm really happy that at least the records are in good shape, but the cover is so beaten up. But I've got this really cheap on the flea market, and I'm quite happy to have it. I went to a record store this week to get some records cleaned for trade, and some, like the Eric Dolphy one or my John Coltrane The Love Supreme one, because they're quite dirty and I do not have a record cleaning facility yet, which I maybe should think about. And yeah, I let them clean some records, and of course I picked some new records up. I found this really cool pork pie transitory Jasper Van House group, which I showed last time, featuring Charlie Mariano. This came out in 1974. This later reissue, I think. Yeah, that's really awesome, splendid jazz fusion. People participating here are, of course, Jasper Van House, Charlie Mariano, Philip Catherine, J.F. Jenny Clark, Eldo Romano, and Ivania Mandrake do Nascimento. And this is really awesome record. And the first track on the second side is even a little bit oriental jazz fusion, because Charlie Mariano is playing bamboo flute there, and I think it's really cool. Yeah, so I enjoyed it. When I was at the record shop, I talked to the guy there, and since I had the transitory one in my hand, he was just bringing my attention to another Charlie Mariano record, Reflections. And he was like, oh, it's really cool, I've never seen it around, and I had the Finnish original from 1974, and I was just looking at it and thought, okay, yeah, it's of course Charlie Mariano, alto sax, soprano, and Jukka Tolun, which some guys here showed on the electric guitar, and the rest are more Finnish musicians. But I thought, okay, it looks interesting, I just pick it up, and went home, listened to it, and it's really cool jazz fusion as well. There are some tracks, like there's an interpretation of Naima from John Coltrane, or Blue and Green from Miles Davis, and the rest is their own stuff. It's really cool. And yeah, I've looked it up on Discogs, because sometimes I like to look at Discogs just to see what versions there are, or some other information which might not be in the credits here. And then I was just like, what the heck, because the price they charge for the Finnish first class which I have is just ridiculous, and I don't get it. Because it's, of course it's an awesome record, but there's some guy at Discogs who wants 330 euros for this, which is ridiculous, I think. And I picked this up quite cheap, so quite cheap, yeah, it's okay. So I'm really happy to have it, and yeah, just extending my Charlie Mariano section. Another Charlie Mariano I recently bought is this one, Crystal Bells. This one came out in 1980 and on a German label called C&P Records, which I've never seen before. And this looks like this. It's more 80s fusion, I would say, and I definitely enjoy the other record the same label I also got Eyeball, that's Jasper Mantell, Bob Malek, Elder Romano, Didier Laporte and Bosti. This also came out in 1980 on the CMP Records label. And this is also 80s fusion. Not that much of my liking. The second side is better than the first, but the first one is quite cheesy and yeah, so it's okay, but it's not that much of my cup of tea. Then I listened to George Duke, I Love the Blues, She Heard My Cry. This one came out in 1975 and I bought this some years ago and really enjoyed it. It's jazz, funk, fusion. Well, the first tracks are more funky, then it's more fusiony, and the last song is completely more bluesy. And yeah, I recently just picked it up from the shelf and just was like, okay, I did not know that there are so many cool people who were participating in this. It's Flora Purim, Lee Ritenour, Johnny Guitar Watson, Ayeto. Yeah, that's really cool. Because when I first bought it, I was not aware that so many cool musicians participate. And this is, I think, British original. Yeah, quite old. But yeah, it's a really cool jazz punk record, and I really love it. When I was at the record store, I was talking to the guy there because he had several Pierre Pauke records. Pierre Pauke is a band I showed in my last video, from Finland, and he was a big Pierre Pauke fan, and he seen them live for 3 times, and he always loved it from the 70s up until the 90s, I think. Watched their shows, and I was picking up Pierre Pauke Live from 1978, which also came out over the fantastic Love Records label. This is a Finnish press. There are again just Swedish press and the Finnish press of this. And this is, as it says, Pierre Pauke Live, and it's absolutely fantastic. I even like it more than the first Pierre Pauke record. It's just awesome jazz fusion with folk influences, some oriental influences, and it's fire. And yeah, if you don't know it, I highly recommend you to check it out because that's really superb jazz fusion. Something I picked up a few weeks ago after recording my Krautrock collection video is finally a press of Can Future Days, which I think I don't have to say that much about it. This is the original US first press, which is quite funny, just picking up a US first press of a German artist in Germany. I'm really happy to finally have this. Future Days is just an awesome record. It has this Krautrock sound to it. I would say it's even the Can record that I enjoy most while I listen to the whole thing, because I also love Tagomago and Ege Bamyazi, but there's some songs on it that just irk me a little bit, and this one is just perfect from start to finish. So finally have this. Yeah, something I also listened to this week is something I have quite a soft spot for, and that's Minnie Riperton. I really love her album, so yeah, that's Perfect Angel, of course, and it's fantastic. That came out in 1974. This is a British original I have, and yeah, her voice was just so beautiful, and I really like Minnie Riperton. Also the album afterwards, Adventures in Paradise, which came out in 1975 and has my favorite track of her on it, Inside My Love, and it's just such a splendid song and delicious. The she wanted to recreate the album look and the light detector, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, but it's just a splendid album. Staying with soul, something else is something about April 2 from Adrian Young, and I guess most people are familiar with Adrian Young. He's an awesome producer, and he made various albums with, for example, Ghostface Killer. He did one with the Dephonics, and this is just really nice soul beats. I don't know how to say it, but it's really cool. This one, in contrary to the first record, has more a modern feel to it. It's just a little bit more R&B poppy, but pretty cool too. And Adrian Young is basically almost playing every instrument here. For example, the Hammond organ, Fender Rhodes piano, electric bass, electric guitar, Celine drums. Bells, percussion, he plays alto and baritone saxophone, and yeah. So he's kind of a multi-instrumentalist, and it's a really enjoyable album. And the artwork cover is quite nice too, of course. I'm always showing naked women, just realized. Yeah. Something else which I'm really a big fan of is H.P. Lovecraft. This is their first album, which came out in 1967, which was self-titled, but this is a 1972 British repress, which features another cover and another title. This is H.P. Lovecraft sailing on the White Ship, and this is just fantastic psychedelic rock. Just love it. It's perfect. Wayfaring Stranger is my absolute favorite on here, and they all have a nice cover of Let's Get Together, and yeah, that's really awesome psychedelic. Staying with psychedelic rock, something completely different. There's a German producer, hip-hop producer, who has a quite big passion for psychedelic rock, and he made an album in 2003 called The Trip, and the producer is called Dexter. And I think from the cover you can see that he was just paying a homage to the nice 60 records. And this one is beats with psychedelic influences. And H.P. Lovecraft is sampled here, and there's a track which samples a piece from the Dia Ruka, the Truth record, and yeah, it's really cool, entirely enjoyable. This is something I also listen to. He also has made a beat tape, it's just more mixtape, called Psychedelic Breaks and Nuggets, and it just came out on cassette, unfortunately. But there it has really cool artists like July, Ultimate Spinach, Glass Prison, Haymarket Square, Tangerine Zoo, The Heads, Eaten Children, so it's really quite entertaining. I also spun recently Morning Dew, At Last, which is, yeah, I think most people know, it's psychedelic rock with folk influences, I would say, which came out in 1971. And I have the 2001 Akama record pressing, which always has this pretty red label. And this one's highly enjoyable. Crusader's Smile, where he says like, I play my guitar to make people happy, always brings a smile to my face. And the album cover. And then I'm showing naked people. And the last one, which I heard today and I really like, is the Mr. Albert Show One Motor. This is a really funny blues psychedelic rock album which came out in 1971. This is made from the Dutch band called the Mr. Albert Show. I think they made 2 albums also. This is the second one, and this is Repress 2013. Yeah, 2013 pseudonym, which is a label in the Netherlands. And this is a highly enjoyable album. The singer sometimes challenges his inner Jim Morrison, I would say. So it sometimes really reminds me of it, but he has this really cool accent, and I think it makes it really nice. And it's just heavy guitars and highly enjoyable. Track Electronic Baby is just awesome and has this really cool final piece where everybody's singing, and yeah, it's really cool. If you don't know it, I think you can sample it on YouTube. Check it out. So that's it for my one reason rotation part 3. Sorry. And yeah, I hope you had a great weekend, and see you soon with my